Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my live vlog. I am really, really sorry that I am late as hell on this one today. So I'm going to either start recording these in the morning or doing it before I do anything else when I get home from work if I do any more second shifts. Because I got out early. I got out about 9:30 tonight, so I got out with about half an hour to spare, which works out because I'm only ever supposed to be scheduled for 7.5 hours because we have to take a 30-minute lunch, and that's factored into our schedule basically. So I'm perfectly fine with it, and there's nothing left to do. It's the end of the night. Hey, I get to leave 30 minutes early. Let me leave 30 minutes early because I'm supposed to take a lunch anyway, and it's unpaid. I have to clock out for lunch. So nothing was ever told to me that I can't do it at the end of my shift. And yes, I can wear my S cups and my H cups and probably my X cups to bed now because they ripped. Still sad, but I do it anyway. I wear them to bed now so I can get used to it for when I get my implants. But I ended up getting distracted because I had to discipline the kitty when we got home or when I got home because she's teething. My little girl is teething, and she has decided she wants to play this game of run away and run into a corner. I don't want her in this corner because there are power cords in this corner. And she's trying to gnaw on the power cord. And I don't want her gnawing on the power cord because if she gnaws on the power cord, she's liable to bite through the power cord and there's electricity going through that power cord. And I don't know about you, but I'm not a fan of deep fried kitten. Not happening. Plus, she's really cute and I don't want to lose her like that. But that distracted me a little bit. And then I jumped right into recording the next part of my Golden Sun playthrough. So I just finished recording part 7, so I'm putting everything away so that then I can go to bed. So yeah, it's been a night. And I don't even know what my schedule is yet for next week. I won't know that till about another 5 hours because that's when it'll get printed and posted, and then I'll be able to tell what my schedule is. I really want another job, that's for sure. What do I want? Another job. When do I want it? Now. But I thought about what my blog post should be for the night, and it dawned on me. I'm playing Golden Sun. Let's talk about Golden Sun. Because first off, I love this game. When I was 13, um, my one uncle who passed away in 2016, he gave me 26 bucks for my birthday. Now I turned 13. He gave me $26. Fun uncle, right? This was the uncle that took me to movies every Sunday when I was a kid. He's actually the first one that introduced me to titties. So he's a very good uncle. He was actually one of my favorites. But he gave me 26 bucks for my birthday, and it was a Sunday that year. And I was just getting into video games. That summer, I had gotten my hands on Game Boy Advance after saving my allowance for weeks on end, driving my mom nuts, my grandfather nuts, everybody nuts, especially my mom. She was getting tired of me moping around the house because I didn't have like $5 to go spend and get something to drink or eat, or I wanted like a pack of trading cards or something, and I was kind of getting annoyed by it. So she was getting really annoyed. She gave me like the last $20 I was short, and goes, "I don't want to hear a word out of you. I'm tired of you moping around this house." I was $20 short, and it was just going to take me like 2 more weeks to save up because I was only getting a $12 a week allowance. So there is that. Go figure, but it is what it is. Anyway, I went and my first couple games were mediocre. The very first game I ever had for my Game Boy Advance was Legacy of Goku. And yes, it sucks. Webfoot really dropped the ball in that first one. It was just basically fetch quest after fetch quest after motherfucking fetch quest. Look, I like games as much as the next girl. I will be the trans girl that will do old school games. And believe me, I have a lot of love for old school games, especially ones that I only ever saw gameplay footage of and I never got to play myself, like those on the SNES, Sega Genesis, and stuff like that. Even the PlayStation. I started off. I knew that was gonna fall. I started off with my Game Boy Advance. That was my very first ever system. And my first console was the Nintendo GameCube. So, beyond a shadow of a doubt, I am a gamer of the old school genre. In fact, I loved my GameCube so much. I still had it. It still functioned, and I had that thing used. Like it wasn't brand new. I bought it used from a really, I want to say, questionable game store because it was a place called Microplay. They are no longer in business. At least the only one that was left in my area, I'm pretty sure by now closed up. I think they got bought out by GameStop or they just closed their shop. I don't know which. I don't care which either because the guy that owned it was a freaking, I swear to God, he was like a drug user because he would be paranoid if you walked into a store and basically just stood around looking at the games trying to figure out what you wanted to buy. Hey, I'm not sure if I want to buy this yet. He would basically follow you again. Let me this. I'm just keep. All right. He would follow you around the store, and if you touch something, he would look at you like, "Why are you touching that? Why are you holding it? Can I help you with something?" And he got on my nerves because I wanted to get a game at the time called Steel Lancers Arena International. I wasn't sure if I wanted it or not. I was still on the fence about it. I was kind of questioning, is it seem good? Is it a good idea for a game? And I thought maybe I would look into it and I would get it down the road. He didn't even make me want to stay in the store longer than 5 minutes, and I was out the door. Like, nope, I'm done. Goodbye. Because he was just creepy. He was just a creepy, creepy guy. But I'm getting off topic. So, Golden Sun was my third ever Game Boy Advance game, and it was my favorite. It was the first real, true RPG I ever got to play. Because I don't count the Legacy of Goku as an RPG. If there's no inventory control that gives you at least 30 items, if there's no planning out strategy for how to take down your opponent, not leveling up to learn new techniques, and you just get them because of the story, no, it's not an RP freaking G. That's just a piss poor attempt at making an RPG. That's a poor man's RPG, and it's not a good thing either. At least with Legacy of Goku 2, Webfoot pulled their head out of their ass and managed to fix a majority of their problems, but still, Legacy of Goku was a shit show, and it was my first ever game for the Game Boy Advance. Imagine if that would have been my last. I would have never gotten into gaming, and I would have never, ever gotten the joy that it was to play Golden Sun. Because Golden Sun is a totally different ball of wax. That game is massive, but the game in between was fine. It was just a two-person. It was you and the computer taking on the computer. Essentially, it was a Metabots game because I like Metabots. But basically, when I got Golden Sun, I fell in love with it instantly. It quickly became one of my favorite games to play, and it took me 8 months to beat it. In fact, if it wouldn't have been for me having to read a book for a class in eighth grade, I would have never finished it. And then The Lost Age came out, and the rest is history. Because The Lost Age blew me away. I loved The Lost Age. It was one of my favorites of all time. It was a huge improvement on the original game. It was so much better. By the way, to any game developers out there that ever, 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 ever want to make an RPG, New Game Plus. Do not ever exclude New Game Plus. You need that. You want somebody to be able to jump into your RPG and play it. And if they beat it, give them the option to play it again at the level they're at now. Had a hard time beating that last boss that was kicking your ass around the clock. New level plus, you keep the levels and attack power you have, and you go into the game from the start. You can get stronger. It's the only way to get stronger, and it'll make the game much more interesting. See how much faster you can beat it now that you know the way. But yeah, I did play New Game Plus. I fell in love with that because I was a lot stronger than I was when I first started. Because it gives you the option in the Lost Age after you beat the game. Do you want to start again with the characters and levels you have now, you don't get the weapons and the armor that you have. So like no defense boosts from weapons. Your attack stat won't be the same, but your level and what skills you have are. So basically the synergy that you have and what level you have. That I wanted. I'm like, hell yeah, because I know the first part of the game, and having that extra foothold is definitely a huge, huge leg up. So I played it again. So if you ever want to do EXP farming, the best place to go is the um area where you I think it's not no, it's a ship. Wait a minute, is it a ship in this game or is it a ship in the no, it's a ship in that game. It's not the ship, it's the island that you need the turtle to take you to. That's where you need to do your EXP farming. Look for the white phoenixes. Those things drop EXP in the hundreds of thousands. They are just impressive. But that's not what I want to talk about. Golden Sun needs an anime. It needs a freaking anime adaptation now. And this would be the perfect time to get one because how many other games out there exist? How many other games have gotten anime adaptations? Look at Persona. Persona 5 has an anime adaptation, and it's okay, but come on. Golden Sun needs one. Golden Sun needs it bad. I want a Golden Sun anime. I would love to see that. Who would I want to have do it? I would say Viz, but Viz will screw it up. I just dropped a whole bunch of stuff on my floor. Ugh. All right, here we go. I just dropped a whole bunch of stuff on my floor because I dropped my jeans. Because I dropped my stupid jeans. Okay. See, kids, this is why you clean your room. When your mom or dad tell you to clean your room, this is why you clean your room. Otherwise, you turn out like me and you have an organized mess. Granted, I know where everything is, but it's still a mess. Damn it. Come on, Jessica, think. Think for a minute. I still have my purse up there. Okay, one sec. And stay. I love the ball, but I hate it sometimes. And all right. There we go. All right. Now that that's fun adventures over with, I'm tired. But no, Golden Sun needs an anime adaptation, and I mean it needs one badly. It would be perfect for one too because you have 3 games worth of story. Hell, they literally had a manga. There was a Golden Sun manga, and it needs an adaptation into an anime. I don't care who does it, but it needs one. It freaking needs it. And I, for one, would love to see more games get an anime adaptation. You have a whole slew of games that are just ripe for this. But Golden Sun needs one. It is a game of games. It is the ultimate RPG. Final Fantasy, child's play in comparison. I know I'm going to get crap for that if anybody actually watches my stuff, but it's child play in comparison. Golden Sun is the epitome of an RPG. You cannot get any higher than that. Dark Dawn could be like Boruto in a way. Here's the next generation. But you'd have one arc, like one season would be Golden Sun, the next one, The Lost Age. And The Lost Age would be the second season, and that's basically dealing with Felix's group, and they're part of the game. And then they all come together in season 3, and in season 3 is just this beautiful, you know, homage to everything. I want an anime adaptation for it. I love this game. It's just so fun. I never thought I would ever say that I enjoyed a video game that much, but I do. I enjoy playing Golden Sun. It's a blast playing. And my stupid ball just fell. And it's so much fun because of how much of a blast it is. Now, you stay put. I'm knocking stuff down in my room. There's enough of that in here as it is. But yeah, Golden Sun is an amazing game. And if you haven't ever played it before, first off, find an emulation of it because getting a copy anymore might not be worth the time and effort since a lot of old GBA games, the battery controlling the save data is pretty much worthless at this point. And the ROM would be better because then if you screw up, you can make a copy just in case you go back and you didn't really screw up, but you didn't want to waste all that time and effort. You didn't lose any data. You can copy it, which gives you much more save capability. Definitely go for the emulation route on this one. But I would definitely play Golden Sun. Please. It is a beautiful game. I wish it had multiplayer. I really do. I wish it could be an MMORPG in a way, but I think it would suck as an MMORPG. I don't. No, it would. It would suck as an MMORPG. It would not work. But still, if you haven't played it yet, go give it a shot. And I really hope it gets an anime adaptation at some point. But I'm Jessica Charms, and I'll catch you all next time. And I promise I will do a vlog before Friday ends. Because I'm already got both the parts recorded that I'm recording this week. So no gameplay tomorrow, nor or tonight actually. So we're good. Bye everybody.